Hello, it's good to have you aboard for this 6 p.m. edition of VTV News, and 15 minutes of current events are headed your way right now. The National Assembly heard 4 reports scrutinizing the implementations of policies and kick-started this session's Q&A. And Haiphong Children's Hospital receives open heart surgery techniques. Now we begin with the National Assembly's today's working session. Now today the National Assembly heard 4 reports scrutinizing the implementation of policies and on Q&A sessions from the beginning of the 13th National Assembly until 2015. These reports were delivered by the government, the Chief Justice of the Supreme People's Court, the Prosecutor General of the Supreme People's Procuracy, and the head of the National Assembly's Committee for People's Aspirations. This session's Q&A also officially started. National Assembly deputies focused on topics such as anti-corruption issues, labor productivity, and educational reforms. Deputies asked questions that spanned a variety of different areas, and this is a change that means ministers had to field a wider span of issues. Now, since 2011, the Vietnam Academy of Agricultural Science has cooperated with a South Korean partner to implement a vegetable crop project. Total investment in the first phase of this project reached $2 million, funded by South Korea. Now, a workshop on the possibility of applying the new cultivation method to mass production was recently held in the northern province of Hải Dương, where the project is being carried out.
These plastic trays make it much easier for farmers to sow the seeds. This method of sowing requires sawdust, coconut fiber, seeds, and fertilizers.
This method allows us to sow 200 seeds at a time. It is quicker than the traditional method. Korean spring onions seem to be more productive.
These vegetable seeds and safe cultivation techniques were introduced by South Korean experts. The project is also jointly implemented by the Field Crops Research Institute and Vietnam Academy of Agricultural Science.
We have studied and instructed new methods to farmers in various provinces. We have also had farmers find markets for their products so that they can continue applying new methods.
The newly introduced methods have opened up new chances for farmers to improve their incomes.
All of these vegetables are flavored in South Korea. These cultivation methods are being applied in our country. We will ensure markets for vegetables planted here if Vietnamese farmers strictly follow our methods.
About 40 hectares of vegetables are being cultivated following South Korean techniques in the provinces of Hòa Bình and Hải Dương. At first, vegetables planted in these areas will be supplied to industrial parks in Vietnam where Korean personnel are working. In the coming time, the project will be continued with an investment of $3 million.
Nearly 200 enterprises are showcasing the products and services at the high-quality Vietnamese Products Fair, which opened in Russia on November the 12th. Over 10,000 top-quality commodities made in Vietnam, including garments, leather shoes, fine arts, souvenirs, agricultural products, furniture, and electrical home appliances are on display. Also on sale are tourism, financial, and healthcare packages. The fair is a part of a series of activities to promote Vietnamese brands and develop a foothold in the Russian market, while fostering investment and trade between the countries. In addition to the exhibition, a slew of programs are scheduled to take place during the fair, including a conference to promote trade, investment, and tourism, a meeting to connect businesses and help them share their experiences accessing the Russian market, and an art performance on Vietnamese culture. The fair will run until December the 12th.
Exotic Vietnam is an intriguing blend of many charms. This land is where all manner of stunning landscapes await like a visual feast. rivaled only by the beauty of its people and their abundantly rich tradition and culture. Here is where you can relive the past in richest color or live it up in the bright lights of the big city. With so much more to offer, Vietnam is simply unforgettable.
And we continue with other news. The Vietnam National Hospital of Pediatrics has finished training at Hai Phong Children's Hospital on a new heart surgery technique. Now, this good news will mean children in the port city can have treatment for their heart conditions nearer to home. We have more in the following report.
This 4-month baby underwent ventricular septal surgery 9 days ago. This is among the 108 tried patients which have received heart surgery at Hai Phong Children's Hospital since the hospital adopted open heart surgery techniques.
Knowing that Hai Phong Children's Hospital is capable of carrying out open heart surgery, I agreed to the operation taking place here. We saved a lot of time and money, and my baby looks a lot better.
After training sessions by experts from the Vietnam National Hospital of Pediatrics, Hai Phong Children's Hospital staff carry out the operations themselves. Over the past year, children with heart disease have been treated at the local hospital.
The staff are obviously completely professional, from examinations through to anesthetics and to performing surgery.
The cardiovascular department is one of 4 units receiving additional training as part of a Ministry of Health initiative to take the pressure off central hospitals.
All the equipment for open heart surgery has been handed to 2 hospitals, and now the staff have been trained to use it. The treatment is exactly the same as provided in national hospitals.
Hai Phong Children's Hospital also carries out regular checks for heart disease for children at communal medical stations.
National flag carrier Vietnam Airlines opened a route from Nha Trang in the central coastal province of Khánh Hòa to the northern port city of Hai Phong on Sunday, November the 15th. With a direct flight between Cam Ranh and Hai Phong's Cát Bi airports, the new route connects the 2 major tourist destinations in the northern and central regions. According to Vietnam Airlines, there will be 4 flights a week between the 2 cities, and frequency will increase to 7 flights soon. 5, 2. Now, more in the tourism sector, the central province of Thừa Thiên Huế had earned nearly $134 million in tourism revenue as of at the end of October, marking a rise of 10% as compared to the same period last year. The province received 2.6 million tourists, including 1.1 million international tourists. The number of tourists visiting Huế by cruise ships via Chiang Mai port reached 70,000, an increase of 65% compared to last year. This increase was said to thanks to the province's investment in constructing and upgrading the port's infrastructure. The Province Department of Culture, Sport and Tourism has also held a wide variety of promotional programs to attract tourists. The province expects to welcome about 3.3 to 3.5 million tourists in 2016. Now, Vietnam's first ever farming utensils exhibition house has been opened in Thuy Thanh Commune in the central province of Thừa Thiên Huế. As part of a provincial tourism initiative, this exhibition house aims to showcase the history, tradition, and culture of local agriculture to tourists. Let's visit the house in the following report.
Lying next to Thanh Tuan Bridge, one of the 3 remaining tile roof bridges in Vietnam, Thanh Tuan Farming Utensils Exhibition House has long been known as a great tourist attraction site. Visitors get to learn more about the daily life of an untouched Vietnamese village, from its history to farming and fishing activities.
People are very friendly, very kind and welcoming. So I've enjoyed both the people And the food is excellent. Where I come from in San Francisco, there are many people from Vietnam.
With the support and investment of the International Labour Organization and UNESCO, Thanh Tuan Exhibition Hall has been renovated and improved in terms of interior designs and displays. More than 200 items and nearly 100 photos are on show. Each of them goes toward telling the stories about the daily activities and culture of an ancient village in the province.
We have encouraged and assisted residents of Thanh Tuan village to take part in the idea development process for the exhibition house. This is an important activity since it not only engages community in the construction process but also raises their awareness about local heritage.
Thanh Tuan Farming Utensils House not only serve as an exhibition but also highlights the locals' role in preserving their culture and promoting tourism in Thừa Thiên Huế province.
We have assigned the locals to establish Thanh Tuan Tourism Service Cooperative to preserve such artifacts. Some of them also work in the museum since they can give a more vivid presentations to visitors thanks to their real-life experience.
The local tourism sector is paying attention to matters related to organization and business activities to effectively manage this form of community-based tourism. The Farming Utensils Exhibition House is the highlight of the Thanh Tuan Tile Roof Bridge tour and tourism in the adjacent areas.
We're now giving you some updates on the weather forecast. And this is it for now. Do log on to vtv4.vn or youtube.com/vtv4go. We'd love to hear what you think about the stories you've seen here today. More stories are on tomorrow. I'm Lenning, and thanks for watching.